This one Saturday, I was playing soccer with my team, and then I actually don't know exactly what happened because I was playing soccer. My opponent elbowed me to my face, and it just knocked me out. And next thing I knew, I woke up in the ambulance with my father asking, "Do you know who I am?" And I was like, "Yeah, you're my father." And I was so confused because like, why was he asking me that? And next thing I know, I actually woke up in the hospital, and they were scanning my foot because my shoes were off. And then they told me that I fractured 3 bones in my left foot, and that it was just a pile of bad news, and it was a struggle going. I was in an apartment at the time, and I was on the second floor, and I had to give my crutches to my father, and I had to like kind of crawl up the steps of the stairs, and it was really hard, especially for my father. He didn't want me to see me like that. And then a week later, actually, I believe, I got my response from Juniata, and that's when they said that they rejected me. My name is Barrera, and I am a member of class 2023, and my POE is pre-physical therapy. So I chose Juniata because I was encouraged to do research from the 6th grade because I was involved in a program called AVID, which is really all about college, preparation. And when I came across Juniata, it really had everything that I wanted. It was a small campus. It was 3 hours away from where I'm from, so I can get that source of independence. And I also heard about it because it was one of the colleges that changes lives. And obviously from that, it just really makes sense for me to apply to here. And also heard that it had a great health professions program. And being a POE of pre-physical therapy, it just made sense to come here. And I also visited here along my senior year, and I just fell in love with the campus. The people were great. They were so kind. And the tour guide just was, we had small groups, and it really felt personal to me. And, when we get that personal connection, it was really great. I actually really like being in a bunch of clubs, such as Lasso, Umoja, Men of Color, and those are just a few off the top of my head. I'm also involved in a program called NSLS, National Society of Leadership and Success. I also work here. I'm a student assistant for equity, diversity, and inclusion. And I mean, that sounds like a lot, but once you really, figure out your own schedule, then it's all possible. Yeah, actually, just one thing actually forgot to mention about how I got here is that there was a point where it was looking like I wasn't gonna come here. I also knew that Juniata was very good at giving out like good financial aid packages, and when they said no, I had to have that tough conversation with my parents to see if somehow they were able to afford those $10,000 semester colleges, and they try to say it as easy as possible, but when it came down to it, they had to say no. And when at the time, I was still on my crutches, from my broken foot, and I had to go to my room and I cried because I wanted to go to college. And even my sister, she told me that I will help pay for college, but I didn't want her to do that. And as sweet as she is, I didn't want her to do that. So that just also pushed me even further to try anything I could to get to Juniata. And I emailed my admissions counselor to see like why they rejected me, and they mainly said because my junior year of my high school, in which I got a D average for my chemistry, which really dropped my GPA. And my admissions counselor told me, if you are able to raise your grades, then they would definitely reconsider your application. And then I raised my grades. I didn't care at the time. I just knew I had to do better. And because I knew Juniata was the place for me. And I eventually got my response from them after my appeal, and they accepted with a pretty big financial aid package and something that my parents were able to afford. And I immediately said yes. I was very determined to get here, and I was super, super glad when I finally got that yes from them the second time. And being here, being told no the first time, I'm determined to do the best that I can. Given the second chance, you have to make the most of your opportunities.